Hey everyone, Britt and Chris Carmichael here from the Elevated Life series, where we're teaching you simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation in your life. And today we're going to be teaching you 2 common mistakes when manifesting and what not to do. So many people get caught up on these 2 simple ideas when they're projecting out into the future what they do want, because that's all about manifesting, about visualizing what it is you want. And the truth is, you're always manifesting. So we're gonna help you to avoid these 2 common mistakes that stop you from getting what you want.
Yeah, so the first thing really is to realize and say it and claim it, I'm a manifester. Just say that and feel it and realize that you can bring things into your experience, you can bring people, you can bring places, opportunities, things that you want in your life. You're manifesting. And the faster that you claim that, and the faster that you realize life is not really happening to you, instead it's responding to how you think, the quicker your life will become much, much different. Because a lot of us are just getting a lot of unconscious things. They're like, I can't understand why this just keep happening. Why do I keep attracting the same relationship? Why do I keep attracting the same crazy boss? Why do I keep attracting these friends? It's because of an unconscious thought pattern. So manifesting really is about getting a rein on what your thoughts are doing and being able to push forward on what those thoughts are specifically that you want to have.
There's a saying, where your focus goes, energy flows. So it's all about intention and awareness, like Chris said. So many of us are living unconsciously, and we're accepting what life is giving us, not realizing that we have the authority to change the experiences that show up in our life. Not all of them, but we can consciously co-create and manifest the life that we do want with intentional thinking. So the first common mistake is having a lack of self-worth. If you don't believe that you're worthy of receiving $1, $10, $5, the support, the dream job, the friends, the car, the food, whatever it may be that you're wanting to bring into your life, right? If you don't feel like you're worthy of receiving it, well, I'm not good enough, or I can't have that, or I'll only get that if, then you've automatically put a stop on your request for manifesting more.
Yeah, think about this. If you're sending out waves to the world with your thoughts, thoughts are vibrations, whether you believe it or not, you can measure it. There's stuff going on every time that you're thinking. And so if you can start to send out the things that you want, but you have to actually believe that you're capable of having them. You have to believe that you're worthy of life's riches. And let me make it totally clear if you've never heard this before. You are worthy of the life that you want. I know a lot of people don't really believe that. So the second that you start getting that, you say, I can do this. I can have the life that I choose. It's not up to what I've done in the past. It's up to what I do now. It's up to the present moment and how I'm thinking and how I respond to the world out there. That is the first key to manifesting, and it's the first part where people really start to screw up.
We are teaching all about manifesting inside this month's training in the Elevated Life Club, and this is something that keeps coming up. We've been asking all of our elevators, is what we call them inside the club, like what do you struggle with when it comes to manifesting, or what is it that you're trying to go after? And so many people know what they want, but they don't believe that it's possible for them. So it's not even enough to just have clarity, right? You can have clarity and say, oh, I know I want to be a famous actress, or I know I want to help people, or I know I want to be a mom and get married. Like, you can have all the clarity you want in your life, but if you don't really feel it from the inside and believe it, then it will not happen for you. So, woo.
That's true.
Yes. So the second thing that we see that is a huge mistake when it comes to manifesting is impatience. How many of you feel like, oh my God, it should be here sooner? But the truth is, the bigger the manifestation, the bigger the dream, the longer it takes, especially when there's other people involved, because there's a thing called free will, and it takes time for all of those puzzle pieces to move around in such a way to form into that exact, talk about divine timing, when everything aligns perfectly and bam, there's your moment. When you're dreaming big, like so many, I want $1 million. Like, well, think about the foundation that you have to build to get there. You're going to be manifesting smaller stepping stones to get to that big manifestation dream. So patience is what we see being a big problem with people when manifesting their dreams.
Yeah, and patience a lot of times is about consistency, because often it looks, when we're trying to accomplish something or when we really want to bring something about in the world, birth, peace, whatever the case is, it takes so so much time.
It takes 9 months to birth a baby.
Yeah, so everything has to be in this incubation period, and we are tied up so much because of the quickness of the world and the reality that we live in. I mean, Amazon can be here in a couple hours. They can deliver food to you. We get stuff so fast now that we oftentimes forget how long did it take Amazon to actually get there, to be a company where they could deliver to us.
I know, they started out with books.
Just selling books. They have an online bookstore, and now they're making a killing. And the deal is that it was about patience, and it was about, for so many years, Amazon didn't even make money. There was no money made. They literally, so you have to remember whenever you're going after your dreams that stuff's going to take time. And if you get to that first obstacle and you automatically say, well, it just wasn't given to me really easily, so that means it's not for me. That's crazy. There's so much stuff that doesn't work out the first time. Hell, you know what one of the best things that's happened to me is all of the relationships that I had before Britt didn't work out. But guess what, if I would have stopped? What if I would have said, oh my gosh, so this relationship didn't work out. It must be the universe just saying, like, I'm never going to find a partner. No one's ever going to love me. It's not going to be good in my life. But that didn't happen. It just takes time. And the first time's not going to work. The second time's not going to work. That doesn't mean change the goal. It means change the plan, change your approach, change something. Just keep going. And manifesting is a lot about not giving up and continuously trying things until you hit that one deal that really, really starts to set up. Because it takes time, because you have to a lot of times become a different person mentally in the way that you think in order to bring about the things that you want.
Oh my gosh, so good. It is hard to break old habits, stuck in a negative cycle.
True. There's a saying that the chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they're too strong to break. And so it's really important, to be looking at what you're doing, to be looking at especially your thought patterns. The biggest habit that we're really changing, and when we're ever really talking about habits, we're talking about thought patterns. So you have to get into a mode where you're thinking, what am I doing right now, and how is it working for me? And what simple thing can I change in my thoughts so that I can get a different experience? And once you start asking those questions, the answers just start showing up. You don't need to come up with the answer. You need to ask the questions.
One of the biggest thoughts that we help to shift when we're working with our elevators inside the club is the thought that you need money to manifest your dreams. And sure, there might be money that comes up along the way that you're going to need to invest in this course or that or whatever. But the truth is, so many people automatically cut off their dreams and manifesting more because they stop themselves with this idea that they need money to manifest whatever it is they want in their life. And that is just not true. If you do need the money, for example, I needed money to go to beauty school, right? You have to pay to get that license. I didn't use the excuse, well, I don't have money to go to beauty school. I only cared about the fact that I wanted to go to beauty school so badly. So it's one, the self-worth is there, right? The worth was there. I knew I wanted to be a hairdresser. I knew it was meant for me. And I even asked my parents for the money and they said, I'm sorry, I can't support you. So even though there was money involved, I still didn't allow myself that negative thought to stop my dreams from happening by saying, I just don't have the money for beauty school. I just said, I am meant to be a hairdresser. This is my dream and this is what I'm going for. And it's funny because we think when we're manifesting, we just assume it's going to come in the way that we expect it, and we're always wrong. And the way that the money came for me to pay for beauty school was in a completely unexpected way. I met Chris 3 months after I signed up for beauty school. I literally worked at Claire's making less than $8 an hour. I did not have the funds to pay for it, literally, but I didn't care because I knew I was meant to go to beauty school. And there's something that deep down inside of you that you are meant for, but there's a story you've been telling yourself on why you can't have that. And we want to help you overcome those stories. That's exactly why we created the membership club, so that we can guide you even deeper to go after your dreams and believe that you are worthy, because you are a manifester. Repeat after me. I am a manifester. You are always manifesting. So let us help you do it in a way that brings you what you do want and not what you don't want, because the universe doesn't understand the difference between negative thinking and positive thinking. It only responds to the energy that you're putting out.
Whew. Nail it. So look, let's repeat one more time. The two things that are really going to hold you back from manifesting are your belief that you can actually have what it is that you dream about. That has to do with your self-worth. You have to be able to come up with an image of yourself in your mind that says, this is mine, this is what I want, I can go after it, I deserve it. The second thing is, once you've got that self-belief where you go, I can do this, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to let things take effect. and you're going to have to clear out all the negative thinking that you've been associating with it. And once you do those two, you're on the jumping platform now. Now it's just time to think, how can I dream even bigger? Because once you do the small steps, the big steps come a lot faster. Your mind gets used to it. Remember, your brain is just a muscle, and your job is just to train it. And to constantly be able, you train it by refocusing on what you want, not focusing on the things that you don't want. If you focus on the things that you don't want, guess what? You get those too. So it matters where you put that energy, like Britt said in the beginning. So believe in yourself. Even if you've never done it before, try it out for a while and have that patience to follow through and say, even if I fail, and even if I stumble, and even if stuff doesn't make sense, I know that I can pick myself back up and I can get back on the horse and I can start doing it again. And that's how you change your life.
Since we'll be talking all about manifesting inside our monthly membership club on the 12th, that's when we're doing our training, we thought it would be important to share all about manifesting and continue to this conversation here on the series. So if you have any questions about manifesting, please reach out, comment below, let us know where you get stuck when it comes to manifesting, and we would love to help support you. We'll see you guys next Friday here on the Elevated Life series at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye.
Yes.